Dude, so you don't listen to podcasts at all?
No, the only one I listen to, man, is ours. If I'm being honest.
That's fucking honestly wild.
Yeah, I don't.
Cause like, I mean, are you a fan of us, or are you just like listening back to be like, oh, fuck, what I say?
No, I'm a fan of us for sure. You want me to get it?
Yeah.
Baby boy got them baby fingers on him.
It's just that I get shitty nails. But anyways, you listen back. Why?
I just listen. I enjoy them. I actually do enjoy listening to them. But I just don't like listening to other people. You know. So this is the only one that I listen to. But I don't listen to it on like a daily basis, or not a daily, but like a weekly basis. I don't listen to it.
Dude, I totally get that because like I'll listen back. And do you ever find yourself listening to us, like, I'm saying this right now, and, like, say I'll listen to this exactly back, and I'll be like, oh, I know where I would have took it, but I didn't take it there?
Yeah.
It's like you'll have a take on something.
Why didn't I say that? Or whatever.
Yeah, somebody will be like, what about concussions or something? And I'll be like, oh, dude, that shit is wild. But then, like, when I listen to it back, I'll be like, oh, dude, like, concussions are actually a really serious deal, or something. Like, I'll have a different take when I listen to it back, and I'm like, fuck, I can't revisit that moment other than when I'm listening to it.
When I listen back to him, I think about bits that we could have done, or like,
oh really?
Yeah, or jokes we could have gone a different way, you know.
Oh, I mean, for sure on that, like a different tag or something, like
yeah.
The whole like, hey, I'm just gonna say here right now, I'm sorry about that whole tight line.
That was terrible.
Hey, bro, like, look,
was terrible.
Listening to it back, she's an all together girl. What the fuck was that?
No idea. No clue where you were going, dude.
Like,
she's all together.
She's
like a normal human.
She's like a girl. She's like a
hey, let's not
all
do it again.
Together
let's
girl.
Not do it again, right?
I'm just trying to explain. Like, my train of thought is like, what I'm trying to say is like,
nope. Don't do it.
What I was trying to say is she's fit, like not like an ogre.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like an ogre is like, you know, America, dude.
Tread light.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
No, yeah.
So I was
not the word I would have used,
but I was trying to say like both of them are playing characters that aren't exactly true to the character. Yeah. Like Casey's obviously smaller, so like it plays a little more into the Lord Farquaad thing because he's just a tiny person. Yeah. Like the Lord Farquaad guy.
Yeah.
And then I was like, the Fiona girl, she's playing...
Fiona.
The Fiona. What I was trying to say is, like, she's playing the princess, not the ogre.
Right.
That's what I just
said, the princess.
Hey, dude, I'm trying to apologize now, man.
Yeah.
Let me, like, live up to my truth,
no,
you know?
You are, yeah, it's fine. It's all good.
But fuck, Dan, that's what I was saying.
If you guys are watching this and you're wondering why we're wearing shirts that say summer and shorts, it's because it's 76 degrees. Oh, it's January 3rd.
It's absolutely insane.
What the fuck is up with that, you know?
As of the recording, yeah, it's like fucking hot as shit outside.
Hot as shit.
And then it's gloomy.
Yeah, it's been foggy the past, like, 3 days.
Yeah, like we're in a Twilight movie.
Yeah, like Oregon or Washington State, you know?
I think that's where they filmed it, honestly.
Yeah, I think so.
But, you would think that in this type of weather, it'd be a little chilly.
Right?
It's the vibe it has.
I love that.
You love that it's hot?
the idea of that.
Or cool. Gloomy and cold? Oh, dude, it's icy out there, bro.
It's the best.
It's my favorite shit.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good flavor.
There's nothing about it that... I mean, you could take your day anywhere with that.
Right. Here's my thing, though, is the seasonal depression hits much harder when it's gloomy and dark.
And let's talk about it. It's like...
So let's bring it on.
Hey, man, we in the season, and we've been a little...
We've been some
Pressy boys.
We've been some Debbie Downers, for sure.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's all good. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Get a little depresso.
What would you say? Was it the weather that triggered it? Wow, why are you looking at me like that? You're like, where's it going?
Like some in my eye. No, I don't think so. I mean, I think that has a lot to do with it, or a part to do with it, just because of seasonal depression.
You're like, I don't think so. I think it has a lot to do with it.
I didn't mean the specific weather. I think the season has something to do with it.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that, you know, being holiday time had a little bit to do with it. But yeah, man, you know, I think it happens to everybody. But sometimes that shit just gets you down and beats you up a little bit, and you just gotta fucking, you know,
and like
take it on the chin.
Dude, speak on that a little bit. Like, how is it directly affecting you? Like, where are you noticing it in your like day-to-day?
My drive. Yeah. My drive to do anything is out the window. Like, it's unfortunate. And that's why I've been, like, making myself get up and do shit, you know? Like, making myself go to the office, making myself go to the gym, that kind of shit. Just because, when I get out and do stuff, it makes me feel better. But the want to do anything, it's fucking gone. And it's so frustrating. So, because I want to do the shit, and maybe this is just a bitch made, just get up and do the shit, right? But,
Yeah. I don't think so, dude. This shit is very real because, I've heard people talk about depression, and, by no means do I ever feel like I've had depression. Mm-hmm. I definitely feel like I have been depressed.
Yeah.
And I think those are way different. But, it definitely it almost feels like being depressed, not depression, but being depressed feels like you're in a job and you can't quit because you can't afford to quit and you don't see light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
And I feel like depression is like that, but in every area.
Always.
Yeah, for everything and in every area.
Yeah.
Like you don't feel loved from relationships or your family or your friends, or you don't feel connected to anything or anyone.
The thing that I feel like I can relate it to mostly is like if I'm somewhere, if I'm doing something, I don't feel like myself. I feel like a shell of me, and I'm just like running through the motions.
Oh,
right?
Dude, for sure.
So it's like literally the last even at like all my family stuff, like for Christmas and all that, so Christmas Eve and everything, like all the lunches and breakfasts and shit that we did, I felt like I was completely disconnected. So like I wasn't able to like really, I guess, take in much of that.
Yeah.
So any of that kind of stuff, I just feel completely disconnected from. And I think that's with anything I've been doing. I feel like that's the best way to put it or to describe it.
Yeah.
Is just disconnect, Dude,
definitely talking about the drive of it though. Like I will find myself where I'll feel like the things that I super deeply love, I just feel completely disconnected from even wanting to do those things. Because one, sometimes I feel ashamed. I'm like, damn, now it's been so long. Like jujitsu, for example. Yeah. Like you'll be like sliding hard on like a time thing where you just haven't been. And then you're like, dude, the boys are counting on me. And then it's like, if one of us go, the other one's going to hear about it. And the other one's going to hear them asking, where's Hylton?
And
or where's Cody?
It kind of digs you in that hole a little bit deeper.
Yeah, and then you're like, dude, now, because you feel the pressure of the boys. Yeah. But then it's like, you should use that pressure because they're throwing a rope to you. They're like, yo, it's not like they're saying you're a bitch. They're saying like, yo, we miss you. Even if they are saying, hey, you're a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I get it. I know exactly where you're coming from. But in the mindset of being in that disconnect and it's taken a completely different way.
Absolutely. It definitely can. But like,
yeah, I mean, it can be. Not always.
I bought that book, The Four Agreements. Okay. It's by Don Miguel Ruiz, I think is who it is. Mm-hmm. But it's like one of the rules is don't take things personal. Like, dude, we find ourselves in these situations all the time. This being a prime example of something will happen, and I am super bad at this. Something will happen, and you'll be like, oh, it's because of me, or it's in spite of me, or whatever. Like, say you're around someone, and you're like, they're in a shitty mood. And you do something and you're like, nothing is affecting that person's mood that you're doing. You're like, cool, it's because of me. Right. It's not because of you.
Yeah.
And it's like, you try not to take personal the comments, maybe. You shouldn't. Like, our boys are just being our boys, and that's just how they are. And it's like, I want them to give it just like I give it. Yeah. And I need to take it just like they take it. So it's like, when they're like, yo, tell Hylton stop being a bitch, like,
yeah.
Obviously, they're saying, like, yo, we miss a kid. Tell him come back soon. Yeah, we want to roll with him.
For sure.
And, dude, I hear that every time I go. And I also have been sliding on, like, time frames for, like, going. Like, I don't get to go as much as I would like to. And that's something I'm dealing with. But, like, when I do go, dude, they miss you so much.
Yeah.
And I know when you go, I'm sure they say shit about me.
Yeah. For sure.
No,
definitely. No, I think a lot of it, too, I don't think I realized how much being outside helps with it. Like, I haven't fished in 2 months. But I think that has a lot to do with it also, not being active and outside, like in that kind of state. So I think that also kind of, has something to do with it. But
also maybe giving you the Xbox for Christmas probably wasn't like the best timing.
Dude, I've only played that like maybe 2 hours.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was like, that was like a crutch that it was like, also, I'll just stay inside.
No.
Dude, hey, I got a PS5 and I'm like, hey, man, Madden 23? Okay, what's up?
Yeah.
Let me run up them
played
stats.
like maybe an hour of GTA on it and then like half an hour of Forza, and I tried playing Madden, but I was like, this is dumb.
Really?
I was like, I'm over it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm like that.
You're a big sports on the...
I'm like a fourth grader when it comes to playing video games. So like in my PS5 right now, Madden, Spider-Man, Spyro,
Jesus Christ,
Need for Speed, NASCAR.
Oh, cool.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And college football is coming out with, I don't even know the title of it yet because it's still so up in the air, but they say it's being released this summer.
Oh, cool.
So I don't know if it's going to be EA Sports College or if it's going to be like NCAA. Obviously, it's NCAA football.
Yeah.
But like the old one was called EA Sports, NCAA football, and then it'd be like whoever the fucking hottest person is.
But they couldn't have their names or anything on anything.
Yeah,
right?
but now with the NIL deal,
yeah, they can.
Everything is fucking. I think that's why, or what pushed through, and I don't even know how they got that shit all the way through, and like, there's literally no cap on what you can make in college now. People are signing like $1 million deals and up, just because they like,
cool.
I think.
Do you think that helps or hurts the college football scene?
In what way, though?
Anyway.
Oh, dude. Well, I mean, in a lot of ways, it helps because it's like people are getting that NFL money before they get to the NFL, so maybe it helps out a lot of families. Now, yeah, dude, it can be super detrimental if they don't know what to do with it.
Right.
Like if that shit hits you and you're like, "Yo, cocaine party," that's like fucking but mom's missing a leg. Maybe we need to figure out like something with that.
Yeah.
That's a situation.
I just think it takes the. I don't know. It's tough because I get where you're coming from as far as like the helping of everything.
Yeah.
Obviously, college students need money, and like, but as a college student, you're going to college.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And only a very small percentage of the people that play college football are going to be going to the NFL.
Oh, absolutely.
So when you're paying these kids for football stuff, and they don't go to the league and they don't take school seriously, where are they going after that? You know? That's the thing that saddens me about it a little bit.
I mean, if we're really going to talk about this, we need to take it a step further back. I was just talking to a friend the other day, like, dude, we literally do not get taught financial stability or financial literacy at all. And not in my school, at least. Yeah. And I'm sure maybe it's starting to be developed now. But, dude, there was no fucking balancing a checkbook. There was no, like, save money. None of that. There was no heads up on, like, that. Other than like teachers' side comments being like, "Yo, well, the reward's gonna hit you."
Use this, yeah.
Well, what the fuck does that even mean?
Well,
you taught me how to make an egg, but not how to like fucking save money at all.
See, when I went to that super private school, and in middle school we had a month-long project where we were paired with people. We were like husband and wife. We had a checkbook. We had bills to pay. We had medical bills. We had
all that kind of shit.
So it's like an ongoing process of like. Okay, this is how much you make a year, and every time we revisit this, it's a month later, and you have to pay these bills. This happened. Where's your savings account? Do you have enough money to pay for this? Like all that kind of shit. So it kind of puts you in a real world scenario. But I think more schools should do that. It's just finding where that fits into a class. You know what I'm saying?
You know what would be interesting is to see if you could get the grade off of how much your saving percentage would be. Like, yo, can I pay off these bills even with these like weird situations happening, but like not blow all the money by the end of the season or semester, sorry. Like, can you figure out a way for that to make sense? Like, but give them a grade off of it because it's like we get credit scores.
Yeah.
So like that would also be like a layer to that.
For sure.
Dude, I so wish that we would have went over that. Like, and dude, whenever I was growing up, like talking about money was like so like
against the rules.
Yeah, but
rude.
what is the word for it? It's like so like, it's like we don't talk about that.
Taboo.
Perfect word. It was so fucking taboo. Like, I didn't even know I could ask.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know the concept of like, how much do you make? What does that even mean?
Yeah.
I just know that like, hey, Friday is the best day, and I know that we're gonna live till the next Friday, and that's gonna be the next best day.
That week is.
And I know on Fridays we're typically getting like Little Caesars pizza, and hey, that's fucking
work. Bro.
That's fucking shitty pizza, but like
It's
that was
deal.
like, yo, we're eating pizza.
It's a big deal. Well, and I think like me growing up, that was kind of a rude thing to ask too. You know, like your parents, maybe you would talk about it.
Yeah.
But like other people, you don't ask how much somebody makes. You know, that's kind of a weird thing to talk about. And even now, it's still kind of depending on your industry.
Dude, I'm so open.
It's no, and I know, and I get that side of it. And I think we should be open about it because I think that allows for discussion. You know,
yeah, better communication.
Right.
Maybe better changes your life. Like, yo, how much you make in real estate? Don't answer. I'm not asking you. I'm saying like, yo, how much you make in real estate? Maybe I'm fucking off at Walmart and I'm like, yo, I'm making a pretty good bag, and I'm not.
Yeah,
and I don't know that.
100%.
And then you're like, yo, you could be like quadrupling what you make in a month.
Yeah,
and I'm like, say what?
Right. No,
you know?
and I think, you know, there's some of that, I don't know, there's some of that weird stuff in the workplace when you're all working under one person and you're talking about, you know, how much do you make an hour? How much do you make an hour?
Yeah.
Why are you making more than me? Why, you know? So I think there's some of that weird stuff that can create animosity between employees, you know? But I do think it is a good thing in the right mindset or conversation, you know? I think it can be a good thing. But I don't know, but like you said, it was younger, it was a taboo thing to talk about, or you know.
Yeah, dude, because I would be in situations where, dude, when you're a kid, you don't understand brands or branding. You just understand like, yo, I know that's the good cereal and I know that's the bad cereal, because like the good cereal looks like the best graphic I've ever seen in my fucking life, and it comes with like a playing card or like a toy or something.
Right.
And then I know the other one is like the same thing, just spelled really weird, like Fruit Loops, and then you like Fruity Hoops, and I'm like, the Fruity Hoops shit tastes like cardboard. So I just know the other one tastes good and is dope.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll be like sponsored by like your favorite cartoon, like Scooby-Doo Fruit Loops, and then you're like, dude, I fucking love Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
But you'll be like going through the aisle and they'll be like, yo, you can't have that. That's name brand. And I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
All I know is like, you think your dad's rich? I'm like, I don't know what my dad is.
What even is rich? I
Yeah,
don't get it.
I don't know. Like, I know a guy named Rich. That's about it, bro.
Dude. So, fucking, can we get off topic here?
Oh, yeah, for sure. What's up?
So 2023 is already coming out with some fucking not so great shit, dude.
Some fire stories right now.
Bro. Okay.
Where are you going? Okay. Well, I just want to super cut real quick to this. Did you see what happened in the NFL yesterday?
That's what, okay, I was bringing this up.
Okay.
But also another one, too, that was not great. So, yeah, the Bills player, what was
Damar,
Griffin?
I cannot remember his last name. Were you watching it live?
Damar Hamlin.
Damar Hamlin. Yeah.
I did not see it live. No, I was not watching the game.
I didn't watch it live either, but I saw a few of our buddies like, yo, shout out to Bills Mafia, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? I Googled it, and it was like the score was like just paused, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
They stopped the game.
Yeah.
After that.
I was like expecting someone to be knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Not for the guy tackling to tackle, and then stand up and then just...
Yeah. He went into cardiac arrest, and apparently they restarted his heart on the field. But he's still in critical condition now.
But luckily, as of the recording of this, he's alive.
Yeah.
So, I don't even know what the fuck is going on.
Dude, there could be so many things with that. But yeah, fucking shout out to them, dude.
Did you see what Skip Bayless said about it? He was like, yo, like, this is an important game to the season. Shout out to the health and recovery of Damar. But, like, what is the NFL going to do moving forward with this game? Because they can't just ignore it.
Yeah.
But apparently, like, there was rumors. I know that's, like, super short-sighted to say, like, rumors because it just happened. But there's, like, talks that they're just going to, like, act like the game never happened and there be no consequence to either team for that. But it, like, definitely plays into the playoff picture. So it's, like, what really is going to go on?
Yeah.
But the internet was like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? This dude's life is in danger.
Yeah.
They jumped on Skip Bayless like he was saying like the kid's health wasn't important. That wasn't what he was saying, but it was like people were... They'll literally jump on you for fucking anything.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
if you say something too soon, it's even worse. Right. So it's like just multiplies that because it's sooner.
Yeah. No, it's weird.
I thought that whole deal was like, obviously Skip is just saying shit to just like understand like, yo, not only is this doing this, but it's multiplied because it's like there's another fold to this story. Right. Like, yeah, that fucking sucks for the dude and his family, and it's like, and I hate to say this, definitely wish the best for this guy. That is the contract you sign when you're playing these. And sometimes it's not even sports related. It's like hereditary. Like, I was listening to this podcast the other day, and this dude, he would randomly pass out once a month. And they were like, dude, this is going to happen for roughly about 6 months. They have no idea what the name of this thing is called. And about 6 months later, this dude stopped passing out. He just started being okay again.
What the fuck? That's wild.
Yeah, I don't know why, but dude, like weird shit like that happens all the time. So I wonder if this has anything to do with that.
I don't know. Well, I mean, and recently too, this season there's been like quite a few of like those weird, like Tua.
Okay, yeah, he got that concussion.
Yeah, he got a concussion. Well, he got a concussion, and then he played the next Thursday or whatever it was. He got cleared from concussion.
I thought he played the same game.
No, it was the week before he had been cleared from a concussion, like whatever it's called, right? They do.
Yeah, he passed a test.
Passed the test or whatever. But I'm pretty sure they knew he had a concussion at the time. Played that next game that Thursday, and that's when he got rocked, and that's when he fell out, and he was all like couldn't move or anything like that. And from what I remember, they were trying to go after the team's head doctor or whatever. So there's been a couple things this season that are a little sketchy. You know what I mean? That I think are kind of opening people's eyes. But
the issue though with all this is like, even if you made the game safer, you'll never make it safe enough. No, so you're always. It's kind of like if you live to make money, you'll never make enough money.
Yeah,
you're always going to be chasing that, and like, I get, for sure the game should be as safe as we can possibly make it, but eventually it's going to come at the detriment of people wanting to be in it or like viewers.
It's like, dude, I mean,
hate to say that,
and it sounds messed up, but that's not what it is. You know, it's like we do jiu-jitsu and we accept the fact that we could go out on the mat and
shit could get our broke
shit
off.
Torn or arm or whatever, and we still do it. And we're not making millions of dollars either doing this.
I haven't even made $1.
I haven't made $1, but that's a lie.
You've made money.
You've made money
doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Where?
Teaching.
Competing is what I'm talking about. All right, now.
Anyway, but no, I mean that's one of those things that we still do because we love it. But I feel like that's something you accept going into playing professional football, is that it's a dangerous sport and that things are going to happen.
Yeah.
And you could have the best outcome where, you live the rest of your life happy and healthy.
Yeah, you do like 10 plus seasons.
Yeah, or you go, or you play the first year and something terrible happens. You just don't know.
Imagine this, like before the NIL thing even came out, you would have players that are fucking rock stars in college. They'll go all the way, and this I've seen more so play out in the NBA, where they'll be like rock stars on the court, right? And then they'll go to sign, and declare for the draft, and before the draft happens, they tear their ACL or some shit,
yep.
And then they're never fucking heard from again. Like, they're not even drafted. They don't even get to be on any practice squads or anything like that.
Yeah.
Same thing happens in the NFL. But, that's why I think the whole, going back to the NIL deal, is that's why I think that's more beneficial now than ever, is you're giving people options to, if they are financially illiterate, to be able to save money. So in case they fuck up something, maybe, say, right now, dude, $5,000 would change my life personally. Mm-hmm. Imagine a kid, there was a kid, I can't remember what school it was, maybe Minnesota, because that's the only, color scheme that I can imagine. But somebody signed, an NIL deal with French's Mustard.
Oh, I think I remember.
Or was that
seeing
NFL? I can't remember. Anyways, if it was college,
Yeah.
this dude might have got like $1 million. Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
If he works that money correctly, and I know $1 million is not a lot of money to these NFL players, but to like $1 million to me could change my life for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
And if I invest it correctly and move it
You
right,
could live off of
I might,
$1 million.
yeah, for the rest of my life because I could make that money make money.
Yeah, 100%.
But like that's why I think it's different. Is like these people back in the day didn't have options like that, so they're doing everything they possibly can, and they're putting all their eggs in one basket. And say they get injured like right before they sign, they're fucked. But that's the price you pay to go after that sport. It's like people are like, well, the sport should be safer. Yes, but tell that to the fucking linebackers going after these running backs or something.
Yeah, it's hard to.
Everybody's trying to start somebody because they want a fatter check next time. It's like money drives the industry.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a weird thing. And even the NFL
now, whole deal, dude.
you know, NFL versus college as far as, like, roughing the passer calls and, like you're not allowed to land on top of the quarterback in pro football.
In the NFL, you can't even look at them.
Or touch them after they release the ball or anything. Like, there's a lot of really weird, like, in the
NFL right now, you're not even allowed to know the opposing quarterback's name.
I think I heard they just made that a rule.
That just happened.
It's crazy.
If you know the name or the color of the team's jerseys, personal foul.
Yep.
It's like personal foul, 50 miles that way, first down. It's just a whole deal, dude.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to bring up that's already happened this year.
Uh-huh. Oh, hold on. Are you talking about the first match in the slap league?
No, I saw that. Are you talking about MMA press?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something else.
Okay.
I don't even know if you're aware of.
But we'll bounce back to that.
Yeah, we'll go back to that. Do you know who Ken Block is?
Yeah.
He passed away. Yeah, January 1 or January 2. Yeah, passed away in a snowmobile accident.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was this like for one of the
I don't know if it was a Gymkhana thing. I don't know. But yeah, I don't even know where it was at. But yeah, they posted it. I think it was the first or second. It might have been the first.
Damn, man, that makes me a little emotional. Not even like I didn't obviously know the guy, but like, fuck.
Yeah, 55, 14 hours ago. So this was yesterday.
He was 55?
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker looked 30-something. I mean, he looked older in the face, but like, he's doing young man shit.
I mean, yeah, but he like never slowed down. Ever. January 2nd in Utah.
I hate to ask you, is there like footage or something that happened?
I haven't seen anything like that, but yeah, Hoonigan put some stuff out. Monster put stuff out. But yeah, so that's fucking wild.
Jesus.
Already, dude.
Dude, that fucking accident. That is wild, and you fucking got Bill Cosby on tour. Like, just fucking 2023 is...
What?
Bill Cosby's got tour dates, dude.
No, dude.
Dude, I'll pull it up right now, bro. Dude, absolutely.
Oh, did you hear a plus side, I guess, for this year? Tiger King's divorce is officially final as of today.
From the Brandon guy?
Dillon Passage.
Dillon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lawyer in town actually did it. A lawyer in Pensacola did it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that post earlier. I was like, what? That's fucking wild.
That is insane.
And they were like, he's the sweetest guy. We loved working with him, blah, 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 and all this shit. I was like, what?
Now imagine that's like how now that's going to be like how you sell your like craft. You're like, yo, I was the guy.
We did Tiger King's divorce, yeah.
That's a weird thing. It's like, yo,
it's wild.
We are primarily the divorce court people for Maury.
Did you ever hear about did you ever hear did you okay. The show called Chrisley Knows Best. Did you ever see this?
I know of that show. I've never seen the show.
Okay, so there's
they're all bleach blonde people.
Yes, husband and wife. There's the daughter. There's three sons and a daughter. But the husband and wife are going to jail for tax evasion. I think it was. I think that's what they're going. I could be wrong.
Which family member? Sorry.
The husband and wife are going to jail for tax evasion.
See?
The older son and daughter actually just started a real estate company. They just started their own brokerage. Okay. But the father is going to the prison that Tiger King is in, and the mother is going to the prison that Ghislaine Maxwell is in.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Imagine if him and Tiger King are homies, because they're both stars, you know?
And tax evading, probably.
I think
I
Tiger
think
King was a
Tiger
little
King
more...
avoided taxes.
I'm sure he probably did, but I think it was more of the
You think that motherfucker
killing
wasn't
lions
just...
thing or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
know?
well, it's
Well,
murky waters over there in that
gray
industry.
over there.
Fucking... Yeah, dude, it says Bill Cosby is eyeing a return to touring in 2023. So, that's where we're at. He's out of prison, bro.
He is not.
He absolutely is.
Really?
This was on a talk, WGH Talk. It's a radio interview, December 28th. Fucking, they asked him, and he's like, yeah, 2023 is my return year.
What the fuck?
It's wild, bro. We're living in a
Do you think
weird...
anybody's buying ticket?
Oh, dude, for sure, for the spectacle of it, probably. You're like, what? Spectacle of it. Because you got to wonder, like, what the fuck is this material going to be on?
I don't know.
I mean, you probably also got to think, like, he probably just doesn't like the whole woke thing.
Yeah. That's going to be an interesting show.
That just hit, huh?
That sucks. Hey, man.
Hey.
Stop it. You know?
Well, it was right there, so. I mean, he's got, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, dude, so this fucking...
Dana White.
Yeah, the fucking slap league, bro. Dana White is leading by example, I'd hate to say, but...
Dude, that video that you sent me...
Yeah.
Did you see the hashtag?
I did. You pointed it out. I said read. And
Yeah.
you were like, what are you talking about?
It literally
hashtag
all it
John
said
Jones?
was like 4 words.
Well, I sent you that, and then I said something to... I can't remember what I said.
There was another post you sent me, but it got taken down.
But I said something in between the posts. I sent one, and then I was like, dude, look, or something. And then I sent another one, and I said read, and it got taken down, but I guess read was still up.
Yeah.
But the thing was,
So
like,
the
his
post was
statement to
literally-
TMZ, but, dude, fucking UFC president Dana White was caught on camera in a physical altercation with his wife on New Year's Eve in a nightclub in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico.
Why you say it like that?
I thought that's how it's pronounced.
Okay.
Dude, he's like, I'm in Cabo, Mexico for the holiday with my family and my wife, and I were out.
My wife and I.
Okay. I'm downloading at a different speed over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 megabits per hour.
I said for the holidays with my family, and my wife and I were out with the family. But you said family twice. You see what I'm saying? On New Year's Eve, and unfortunately, that's what happened. That's what he says.
What?
I'm one of those guys you heard me say for years, there's never, ever an excuse for a guy to put his hands on a woman. And now here I am on TMZ talking about it. I hate to be laughing. It's not that I'm laughing at what happened.
He's laughing because he can't read.
Yeah, I'm laughing at my own fucking illiteracy. My wife and I have been married for almost 30 years. We've known each other's... Why am I reading this?
I don't know.
This is something... You read from now on for the podcast, okay?
Yeah.
But they're basically getting...
Are they getting a divorce?
No. I didn't say divorce.
Oh.
They're getting through it. They're trying
okay.
to. They said they're more worried about their kids and shit. But, like, for sure, I mean, he has taken this whole slap league to another level. Like, I didn't think he was that serious. I mean, I can see why he's so, like, gung-ho about it. I didn't see the future in it. I mean, I can see it now.
I don't think there's a future in that slap league, though.
Hey, man, I mean, this is a big question. What I wanted to ask is, like, what... Do you understand what happened with Vince in WWE? Vince McMahon? He had to step away from the company because, like, he had to pay a girl off because he was basically paying to fuck her all the time.
Oh, I did not know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the whole deal was, like, about him being married and then doing that. Obviously, he ain't doing nothing with his lady, you know what I'm saying? Oh. I think the thing was, like, he was funneling money to pay her. Like, I think the payoff was, like, $2 million for her to just be quiet about it. Mm-hmm. I think it got out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I mean, it's safe to say.
I heard about it...
It's out.
Yeah, somebody else
Cody read it, he saw it a couple times.
So, Vince is no longer a part of WWE. I'm sure he gets paid, like, under the table or, like, some form of money.
When did that happen?
probably like it's January now, so this probably happened.
Oh, this was pretty recent.
April or May.
Okay.
So
I was about to say,
there's rumblings of it, right? And then like I think the final thing happened like June or July where Triple H took over, right? So like Triple H is now the head of WWE and creative and all that, and like he's rearranging things and it's actually gotten way better since then, right? This kind of conjure up the question like, what's going to happen with Dana? Yeah. Like, this is a big fucking deal. Like, right now, it's now roughly a week since this came out. But as of recording, this happened last night. Mm-hmm. Or 2 nights ago, or whatever. Yeah. This is not a big fucking deal right this second. Yeah. But what's about to roll out? I think some big shit's about to happen.
Well, do you think... Who owns it now for Teeter Brothers?
No, they stepped away.
Who is it?
It's Zuffa? Fuck. It's a big corporation owns it now.
Zuffa? I don't know.
Zuffa is owned by, like, UFC is owned
Or is it a public thing now?
I mean, UFC is owned by Zuffa, but it's William Morris Endeavor, so WME. But I think they're also some weirdly way tied to Disney, you know?
Really?
Yeah, because ESPN owns Disney. Or Disney owns ESPN. ESPN is like how you watch UFC now. So it's like there's a weird tie in there. I don't know exactly how the WME thing works, but they bought it.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know, man. That could be something that the owners say we don't want him as the front man anymore.
But then it's like... Honestly, and I don't want it to sound like I'm going to bat for the guy, but like...
Who else?
Who else? I wouldn't honestly want anyone else running UFC. UFC is so tied to like Dana and like that whole situation. I do believe like how do you come back from this? Like what is the path for him to come back? I definitely think you gotta go on like a media tour and like... But you need to be doing reach out. Like you need to be proving like, yo... I'm trying to put the best foot forward. I made a big fucking mistake. I don't know what that looks like.
Do you think her also coming out and talking?
She was already on it. Like in this little quote thing that was said or whatever.
What did she say about the situation?
I mean, he spoke for her.
Oh.
So it's like, I don't know exactly what she said. Huh? But the quote that he said for her was like, him and her are both most worried about what the kids think. Versus what is going to happen between them. And then you don't even know about that either. But, like, honestly, definitely got to do some reach out. I just don't know what that reach out looks like. I don't know what you do because I've never hit a girl. Yeah. And I never even... it's not ever been... I've been hit really fucking hard by a girl in the face several times. Yeah. Like, different girls, I mean. Like, one, I was in this fucking middle school in Jacksonville. This girl, Laura... But they called her Lara. They were just trying to be extra, okay? Mm-hmm. And she used to always call me a loser. Like, hey, be nicer, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a kid. Mean. Hey, Lara. We're the same age. We're both losers, okay? If we're being honest. Look at your name, Lara.
Yeah.
But she punched me in the face, and I thought that was not cool.
Yeah, that's not super cool, for sure.
Yeah, and then I remember when I was like, I just graduated. I was dating this girl, and I was bringing her home. And it was a little late. I think I told this on the podcast before, but it was 8:30, and I think she had to be home at like 8 or something. But I thought they had negotiated that 8:30 was cool. So I'm getting her home. Mom's drunk. Mom decks me, and like girl walks in the house, and mom does this thing where she's like holding the door or whatever, lets her walk underneath. And then changes hands and goes, decks me. And I was like...
This was in high school?
I was out of high school. The girl was still in high school.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do anything about it. Not that I wanted to do anything as far as, like, calling the cops. Obviously, I wasn't going to do anything physical.
Yeah.
I just literally walked away.
You were like, okay.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I was just like... After she hit me, my head went up, like, as in, like, I just kept going with the thing. And I was like, what?
What?
And I just walked away, and I was like, I'm just not going to deal with that. And I was like, should I call the cops? In my head, that was a thought. But then immediately after that thought, I thought, I can't call the cops because she's already been, like, domestic abuse cases. So, like, she was on her final thing before the kids were going to get taken away. Gotcha. And they're, like, 18, and I think the other kid was 20, 21. Mm-hmm. But they all lived with her. So it's like, if I do something, then she gets taken away at the house. Like, what the fuck? It's not in my... It's not my business to do that. Yeah. I know I got hit, but it's like, it's way bigger than that. So it's like, I just walked away. So I don't know what the path back looks like.
I don't know what that... You know, and they've talked about... I can't remember who put it out, but they were talking about... I think it was like MMA On Point or something like that. Was talking about the next person to take over for Dana. And there's apparently somebody, I can't remember the dude's name. But
Hunter Campbell?
That might be him. But who's like Dana's right-hand man. Mm-hmm. Who he's been like kind of showing the ropes of everything. And like he helps like, you know, matchmaking and all that kind of stuff. And like the day-to-day operations and everything like that. Yeah. Which makes sense now if they were going to do that. I don't think he has the charisma or the face that Dana has. You know? Dude, but also he hasn't been in the position to have that. Yeah. So it's like you don't really know until...
Right now, start spitballing ideas. Who else do you think, if it's not Dana, in your opinion, would be a good fit? I have an idea for somebody...
Joe Rogan.
No. Joe Rogan's a little too calm. You need somebody that's going to get a little pissed, right? Because Dana gets pissed. He just jumps to the other side of things. He's like, no, this is as real as it gets. Is it, though? No, this is what I think. Like, somebody that's a good face and has, like, kind of had to be the face in a few situations. John Anik is so fucking good.
But he doesn't get pissed.
But he doesn't get pissed. But he sells you anything really good. You know who'd be dope as fuck? Chael. Uncle Chael being the head of UFC.
But I think that'll ruffle feathers, though. I think that's too. But I think that's ruffle too. Bro. But that's a good one, though. I like that.
Uncle Chael, bro.
Uncle Chael. Name what about Michael Bisping?
I think he's like, and I mean this. I love the direction he's taken in his life. Mm-hmm. He's not as spicy as he used to be. Right. That's a problem.
But he's got enough spice.
Chael's spicy, but in like a Chael's under the rug spicy. Like he'll be giving you the business, but to your face and being really nice, and then you catch on way later and you're like, oh, he was fucking with me.
Do you think that he could be unbiased in that situation?
Chael?
Now? Yeah.
I absolutely think he's professional enough that he definitely can. Did you see how he was I don't even know what it is when you, at a press conference, when you're the guy on the mantle? What is that called?
The, like, mediator, I guess?
Okay, so we'll go with that. So he was the mediator for the Jake Paul and Anderson Silva thing. Did you see Anderson Silva kind of come at him a little bit? He kind of gave him the business, and he's like, you've always been welcome. Like, you know, they had a back and forth. Obviously, they fought twice. He lost both times. But, like, there was a back and forth there, and... Like, you saw them put things behind them. I think it's when a fighter stops fighting, there's no point. Like, Darren Till and Michael Bisping, they're cool. They had an interview, like a one-on-one interview, and they were like, dude, what the fuck were we doing? Yeah. And he's like, well, we were fighting. Right. Now you're on a different side of that, so it's like, you're not, like, my op anymore, and that's fine. Yeah. I think that's why, but I think Chael...
If Conor McGregor comes back and runs UFC,
dude, if that happened, for sure UFC would be fighting Bellator people. And I only say that because Conor is so like, let's fucking run it.
Yeah, I think, but here's my thing. I don't know if I trust Conor with the business side of it.
No. Like, we're strictly talking
face of it, that's all we're talking about. It would be awesome, but like, he would run UFC to the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, he would like, let's put a bar in the Apex. Like, huh?
He's like 12 fucking proper.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, you're so drunk right now, you don't even know your own brand.
He sold it. Did you hear about he sold that?
Yeah, but I think he still has a little bit of it.
I'm sure he has some stake in it, but he sold most of it.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you know? But, I mean, also keep it in the family a little bit. Get your little...
And apparently there was a thing with Artem Lobov about that whole thing.
Yeah, like he thought he invented it. Like he gave him the idea.
he tried to give him money initially.
Conor,
yeah, and then he came back but
I don't know what that whole thing was. And then he's like, "How about you come to the gym tonight and we just get in a little scrap, and then whoever wins the fucking money." And it's like, hey, don't take him up on that bet.
That's crazy.
Like Conor's a little wash, just kick his ankle, you know. He's not washed. I didn't mean it like that.
I think Conor as the face would be awesome. It would be crazy. I mean, it would be.
No, because Conor is still fighting. He would want to fight. He'd be like, "What the fuck you say to me, you little rock?"
You think he would still? Well,
he's got to promote people that are actively in his division. Ain't no way, bro. You'd have to cut him like a Billy just to be like, "Hey, here's $1 billion. You can never fight again." Then things might be a little more interesting, or less interesting, I guess, because he's gonna not try to fight people. You don't want that kind of Conor. You want Conor to want to fight.
He's constantly just calling everybody out.
You need Conor just a little methed up. You know what I'm saying?
That's methed up.
Yeah.
Chael's a good one.
Chael's so good.
I think Bisping could do a good job too.
But I feel like no.
Who else do you have?
The reason why I thought John Anik is because I just saw him recently do that little mediator thing for one of the press conferences. And I've seen him on interviews where it's like he can sell you on a paper company versus another paper company.
Yeah.
And you're going to fucking go with that paper company that he sold to you because he just talks to you so fucking well and he doesn't ever... And he won't trash the other paper.
Right.
He has a way with words that is so fucking smooth.
He's more of a Switzerland... in the sense of like he's not trashing anybody.
Yeah, and he's not doing
trying
it
to make everybody happy.
And he's not doing it in a cheerleading way either.
No.
He's like, these are the facts.
Right.
This is why it's important.
Right.
And I'm like, I fucking love that.
And I love that too, but I think as the face of a company like that, that's not especially the UFC, that's not how they got there, and that's not how they're going to continue to grow.
Here's and I don't know why I keep going to commentators, but here's another kind of spicier pick, Dominic Cruz, because he kind of gets a little lippy with people.
Yeah,
he's like, "You really thought you won that, Patty?"
I just don't think. I
don't personally like that pick, but I'm saying there's another spicy person.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a tough one. Who the fuck else? Chael, I think, is Elon Musk.
Elon just runs it,
dude. Can you imagine?
Think of big figures. Big.
Oh, you're trying I'm bigger than UFC?
Yeah.
Who? Who would be Dude, I know this is kind of going along with the earlier sad news, but Travis Pastrana? That's a cool little crossover. Man of many dude, that dude will do fucking anything.
Yeah.
That's
what do you think about Cowboy? This is where I'm going back to fighters.
No, that's fine. I think he's a little too quiet.
Think so?
I've seen him on podcasts, and it's just now that he's done fighting. I mean, he didn't even talk that much when he was fighting, but he's a little too subdued.
Yeah.
Quietly, you know. Not that Jorge, bro.
Oh.
Dude, he's just you need somebody that's cool. Because Jorge's got that cool factor.
But he's still gotta fight.
He doesn't have to fight, bro. He's got his own promotion.
Yeah.
And him doing that might be a little dude, you've already been doing it, bro.
Yeah.
Here's your little groove.
That could be a good
one. Or
you
think, please don't tell me you're thinking something like The Rock. Rock 2 he's too Disney.
No, he couldn't do it.
Can't be The Rock or Kevin Hart or some shit like that.
Kevin Hart would be hilarious.
Yeah. Dude,
ooh.
Have Tommy Buns, bro.
But
have that guy fucking fight that guy. I don't fucking know. Dude, Sebastian.
That would be cool.
That'd be funny.
But I don't think it would be.
Who you got? You said, ooh.
No, I was going to bring something else, a completely different topic.
Okay, go ahead.
Fucking KSI and Dillon Danis.
Dude, and Dillon Danis is getting, fucking L after L after L. He got body bagged by Ariel. Did you see that? Dude, yes. Zipped it up, dude. Put a toe tag on him.
When he walked in and he didn't shake his hand, I was like, oh, this is not going to be good.
Dude, and dude, I'm so fucking glad you brought this up because, if me and you had beef, I'm not going to come in here and be I guess you would have had to try to shake my hand. No, we're not best friends.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I sound like a bitch.
We'll wait till later.
Yeah, wait till later. What do you mean wait till later? Huh? What do you
think's gonna happen?
Hey, man,
here?
are you trying to just steady give Gordon just ammo? Because you just sound like a fucking bitch.
Dude. Oh, dude, yeah,
we're gonna keep bouncing
around. He talked about fucking Gordon, too, where he was like,
oh, yeah, we were gonna fight.
Yeah. I showed up at his gym and he ran out the back door. Bro, who in their right mind?
Dude, I swear to God.
Who in their right mind thinks Gordon Gordon Ryan is running from Dillon Danis.
Yeah, dude, especially
out of the back door of his own gym.
In his own gym!
Bro, get the fuck out of here.
Dude, and if you're going to go to any source and ask for, like, behind-the-scenes details to this, ask John. John ain't going to lie. John will tell you shit about Gordon that isn't, like, flattering to Gordon.
Yeah.
Like, he is not just going to blow smoke up your ass for smoke up your ass sake. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that whole fucking thing.
Dude, I love that. And look, that's that's the biggest L in my opinion.
Yeah.
Even versus like the semi-knockout of the street fight he was just in at the KSI thing.
Did you see the end of the video?
What's up? What part?
Where he came back and like knocked dude out.
Well, he didn't knock him out. He knocked him over. Yeah. But yeah, I saw that. But still doesn't.
No, I know it doesn't. I mean, he's still.
This is
that truck wasn't there.
Just like for example, he is. And this is so far removed from what it sounds like I'm going to say. He's like Conor McGregor light. And when I say light, I mean like light, like so fucking light. He's nowhere near that because he never had the success ever. Like he was pretty good at brown belt and he's never been super great at black belt. I'm not trying to shit on the guy, but if you're going to have this persona of being like the fucking man, like, oh, you can't touch me.
You got to put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, and Gordon made a perfect. What is he? 18-16 at black belt.
Yeah,
you can't say you're the fucking. I mean, and maybe you're fighting the killers of the killers.
Yeah,
and you okay, but then you can't say you're the fucking man if you have that kind of record. There's only like 5 people in jiu-jitsu who can say like I'm the man.
Yeah,
that's like Roger Gracie, Marcelo Garcia, Helio Seneca a little bit like. Mm-hmm. But that's probably because I'm coming from that a little bit.
Right.
Gordon. Like, and then it's some gi guys. Huh?
Edgy Braj.
Edgy Braj, you know?
Yeah.
Fada Braj.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. That whole
thing. Oh, dude, no, go into that a little bit. Name a more influential person, like, jiu-jitsu wise, like, dude, they saw some, like, after the Hoyler fight, there was a spark and a fucking forest fire happened with Eddie.
Oh, I know.
There's not a more like yeah, Gracie in general is a big name in jiu-jitsu, but like 10th Planet are popping up like fucking Walmarts or Waffle Houses.
And the
in the best way possible.
In the sense of like family and like how hard those people train.
Dude.
I mean, you can't touch it.
Dude, absolutely. You can't touch 10th Planet. Like and I mean that in the best way when I say they're popping up everywhere. I mean like
it's a
brotherhood,
great thing.
Like not brotherhoods, but like family hoods are happening everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like
it's awesome.
Like Gordon's not doing that. Mm-mm. Gordon's one person, and I get it. To be the greatest.
Do you think B Team's gonna do some shit like that?
Like B Teams everywhere?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it. Cool if you do it.
It's true.
Like even Pedigo's got a few gyms.
Mm-hmm. It kind of takes away from the
10th Planet is like different.
Yeah.
It's like it's like the coolest way to do like. And I don't mean any disrespect to these other gyms, but like Gracie Baja are everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? Gracie in general is everywhere, right? But like 10th Planet is like the cool version of that scheme or whatever you want to call it. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I mean like, you're like, ooh, that's a 10th Planet kid? He's in some dark arts, you know what I'm saying? Them eyebrows go up a little bit.
Yeah, that fucking, where, Errol asked him where are you training at, and he goes, I'm training myself.
Yeah. You're training yourself for a boxing match, dude. Okay, dude. And dude, did you see the interview where Dillon's like, dude, I'm gonna hurt him, like, I'm gonna hurt this man like bad. You're gonna hurt this man bad in a boxing fight, or a boxing match or whatever. I don't know. Like, say you
some of his stuff I do enjoy, like the troll job that he did on him hitting the bag. Did you see that video?
I did not see
where
that.
He's like, oh, it's total, and everybody's like, dude, you look like shit, and like blowing he's like, KSI's gonna knock you out and all this stuff, and it's like, it's obviously him trolling.
Yeah.
And some of that stuff is like, okay, that's funny, like you got some people, you know, but then it's like, dude, I don't think it's gonna work. Like, I don't think, I got a bad feeling about it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He's a goon. He's a goon.
Yeah, I kind of wish he would have never took that route, and I really wish he would have stuck with jiu-jitsu, because it's like, or at least stay fighting. Like, he just hasn't taken, and I know he's gotten injuries and shit, but like, I did enjoy watching him fight because when people talk a lot of shit, like him, AJ Agazar,
he's got a good MMA record.
2-0, but like
2-0.
Name the last guy.
No clue.
Okay,
couldn't tell you. It's a 2-0 record.
It's like you're trying to sell me a car. You're like,
Hey,
I'm like, how many miles on it? I don't know. It's a good car though.
Yeah, it's good. Hey, that's 100%.
It's got 4 wheels, bro. It rolls.
That's a batting average. That's a good batting average. That's a really good batting average.
Yeah.
But
it's not baseball, so.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's been what, 2.5 years, almost 3 years since he's fought.
Yeah. I think he's had like 2 ACL surgeries. Man, I'm having a stroke, bro.
Yeah, dude. I that whole thing is just I don't know. But I definitely think he's gonna get somewhat of a wake up call in that fight.
Oh, dude, for sure. I think he's gonna get told up a little bit.
I think so. Did you hear about the weight deal that they're having to go through?
Mm-mm.
So they're weighing in at 4:00 before the fight.
Oh yeah.
And you can't, or they're weighing in maybe the day before. I think they weigh in the day before, and then at 4 p.m. before the fight, the night of the fight, they have to weigh in again, and they can't be over 7 pounds or 9 pounds over
the original
weight.
Yeah.
So they can't rehydrate really.
Yeah.
And Dillon is walking around at like 200 or something like that right now.
What is the weight limit?
It's like 185 or some shit. Or 180. I can't remember exactly what it is.
Hey, man, get a little closer to the weight naturally, you know?
Yeah, right. And that's what I'm saying. So, like, he's not going to be able to rehydrate really that much before.
Yeah.
Because most of the time they're putting on 11 to 15 pounds.
Yeah.
The day before to the fight, you know. So, but, I mean, you have that small 4-hour window or 5-hour window between that 4 p.m. weigh-in, the night of the fight, to the actual fight.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much effect that's going to have on how you feel and your body at that point, you know?
Well, also, what happens if they don't make that weight? Is it going to be like a purse deal?
Oh, yeah, they go every half pound over, they pay an extra charge.
Or to the other person off their own purse?
So, yeah.
Jeez. I mean, well.
He signed up for the fucking...
Yeah, you understand where it's at and when it is, so it's like, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and he tried to say that was added on. That they went back in and changed the contract. But you can't legally... You can't do that.
Well, I mean, we don't know that. We don't know the contract. So maybe the contract is like with negotiations in the contract. Like, hey, we can negotiate these parts up until a certain point.
But you'd have a cutoff time before that.
Yeah, I'm sure, but like we don't know the contract and like.
But if he signed that contract saying, okay, they have until the week before the fight to make these things, he signed that.
Yeah, I mean, when is the fight?
I think next weekend.
So it will have just happened. So we won't know the winner, but everyone else will. Like this comes out and the fight will have already...
January 14th.
Oh, so yeah. So it's this weekend coming up.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be fucking hilarious to do like a fight companion for.
Oh, man. KSI removes dehydration clause from Dillon Danis bout. He says no excuses left.
Oh, wow. That just happened?
A couple days ago. 2 days ago.
Hell yeah. So that means it can be any weight then.
I guess.
Dude, honestly, this is the issue. Is like people that have a specialty in something other than the thing they're going to compete in. Why? Dillon is he'd body us jiu-jitsu wise. I mean, I think I give him some work.
Yeah.
You know? But he's going to be boxing?
It's all money.
You would say he's a specialist in jiu-jitsu because he's won some world titles, right? Like at color belts. But then I guess you could argue the other side, like KSI is like YouTube specialist.
Yeah.
And he's also got some hits music-wise. Mm-hmm. YouTube hits. I mean, it's like, I don't know the song, but I know that they went, and he's got some big artists on him, right?
Dummy
viral. But it's like...
It's money,
I get it. But I think KSI can... It's kind of like when me and you trained at RJ's, right? Like, I have bad habits already built in. And I'm trying to adjust to that. You're like a fish to water because you don't have any habits built. Mm-hmm. Nothing muscle memory-wise. And that's like no disrespect. It's just like you already understand, like, yo, I'm learning this right now. So this is how it should be done.
Yeah.
I'm coming from like, well, this is how I was taught. And now you're telling me something else. My body's like, nah, you know?
Yeah.
So I think KSI is going to be able to learn boxing quicker, more fluid than Dillon. Dillon might have the discipline to understand the concept of these things, but KSI has been a grinder his whole life, and like now his attention is just on fighting, and there's no previous bad habits. That's why I think like also, I mean, KSI is undefeated. He beat 2 people one night. I'm not saying they were great fights, but he did that. He also beat Logan Paul twice, arguably. I mean, the second one I think was a little more pronounced that he beat him. Yeah. The first one was a draw, right?
I think so.
I think the first one was a draw. I'm pretty sure they drawed on the first one because I remember both hands being raised. But I know Logan Paul is only defeated. Only. Like, I get it. But, I mean...
Who's fucking... what's his face? Who's Jake fight next?
Does he have a fight announced?
I thought he would have.
You Google whatever you were Googling, I'll Google this. Jake Paul's...
fight record. That's what it was.
I thought there was a rumor that he was going to fight...
KSI's professional boxing record currently stands at 3-0 with 2 knockouts.
Should have been... it's not 3-0-1?
It's 4-0-1. What?
Oh my goodness, and this is...
4-0-1.
There is no fighter that he's fighting next, but the number one headline, Jake Paul offers to retire from boxing with UFC challenge to Dana White. He says, Jake Paul has offered to retire immediately from boxing if Dana White can meet a few conditions, including giving him a fight in the UFC against Jorge Masvidal. Dude, that's interesting.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
When did that come out?
This came out 18 hours ago.
So this was
or less
before all of the New Year's Eve stuff came out about Dana?
I mean, maybe he was ahead of it. I don't know. Maybe he knew.
Maybe he took the video.
He said, Happy New Year, Dana.
Oh.
Here's a real challenge for you. Yikes. If he didn't know, that was perfect timing. Jesus.
He must have known.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. That's a whole situation there. I'm definitely...
Jorge Masvidal?
Well, I'm saying with the Jake Paul thing, like, I'm definitely tuning into that shit because he's just so, like... Yeah, he wouldn't make it in real-world boxing because, dude, the level of boxing that is actually out there is unbelievable. But he has his own lane he's in, and he's definitely killing it. Yeah, I think he could beat Tommy Fury for sure.
Yeah, well.
Could he beat Jorge Masvidal in an MMA fight? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
There'd definitely be like some special rules to that shit,
but
I don't know, dude.
I think if you put him in there in a straight up UFC fight,
yeah. Did you see Logan Paul and Paulo Costa wrestling in the UFC?
Mm-mm.
They're at the UFC PI. This had to be like... It had to be during 2022 or 2020.
Oh, it was that long ago?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a little bit, and they're like strictly wrestling. So they're doing like wrestling takedowns and shit.
They were wrestlers. They were both wrestlers, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Logan's hanging really good with Paulo. Like, they're doing back and forth, and he's escaping really well. Like, you're like, dude, this could be an actual, like, prospect for the UFC. But he has no other background. I mean, obviously, his hands are suspect.
Yeah.
His wrestling's good, but it's like you're going to need a little more than that. Like, his wrestling is good, but not like Khabib good. So it's like you're going to... Like, Khabib's hands are suspect, right?
Mm.
People can get him on the feet. That's why.
That's why he takes him down.
Yeah, he goes, cool. I'm not good on land, but I can swim. So what's up? Let's take
it down to the ocean.
Take a dip.
Dude, another thing, too, I wanted to bring up. Have you seen any of this stuff? Another thing. Have you seen any of this, the Logan Paul video game stuff? Like the scam stuff.
Okay, video game. I don't know what you're talking about, but the
Yeah.
scam stuff, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean,
it's an NFT thing,
right? But it was a video game. He was creating a video game.
Like long play. It was supposed to eventually turn into something more.
It was a video game.
Well, kind of.
Look up Logan Paul video game.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Zoo.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck.
Yeah. All the eggs and stuff turn into things that you can take into the game and then use them in the game. But everything was built and they had played it, and then apparently the code guy, the guy who made the code, like fled. But he apparently scammed a bunch of people that were invested in this thing, like hundreds of millions of dollars or something.
Okay.
And all these
talking
people
about Crypto King.
I guess
that's his name or whatever.
Yeah.
He's the same dude that did the Pokemon thing with the Pokemon scam to Logan. You need to catch up on. Hey, you're talking about this, and I don't think you're as educated as you think you are. I'm pretty deep on this. So this Crypto King guy, he sold him an unopened box, and then whenever he was doing like the live pool on Impulsive, they were like cards that there's no fucking way those cards could be in there because they were dated differently. That's exactly how he responded. And he goes, like Logan's pulling like 2007 cards or something. And this box is from like 1990. And he's like, And Logan's like, how are these even in here? This must be like a previously open box.
Yeah.
And they were putting like starter packs from like that era, the wrong era.
Yeah.
So it's like, to people that are like Pokemon like fiends, they know exactly what the fuck is going on. And he's like, hey, you just sold this man a $250,000 box and it's not even real.
Yeah.
Should have been the first red flag. I mean, he had already done it to someone else before he was on the Impulsive thing about this. and then now you're going to do...
No, I trust him.
Yeah, and now you're doing a crypto... or a fucking thing with him. Like, I don't know, dude. And you're going to think he's going to be real about it? Also... Crypto King, like, what do you just tell me what you know about it?
I mean, that's pretty. I mean, I saw a video about this and like the guy talking to the people that were invested in it.
Yeah.
And like about how the whole thing kind of went down and how there hasn't
talking about CoffeeZilla.
Yeah. And how there hasn't been any like talks really of it, and he's kind of brushed it under the rug, but they're still trying to figure out what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
You know. So that's pretty much.
So where's your allegiance?
I mean, I think...
Who do you think is in the good and the bad?
I mean, I don't think Logan Paul is in the good.
Yeah.
I think he scammed people for sure. I think maybe he didn't know that was going to happen, but as a project developer...
He didn't know what was going to happen.
Right, but as a project
No, that was a question I was asking. You said, I don't think he knew that was going to happen. What?
The dude was going to leave, and then they couldn't make the game. I don't think he knew anything about that.
I think Logan knows a lot more than...
Okay, well, if he does, then it puts him even in a worse position.
Oh, I'm saying, absolutely.
As a project director or a founder or whatever it is, this is your project. If you're overseeing the whole thing and something happens, that's on your ass. That's how it goes.
So, like, I watched the video, the same one you're talking about, and I don't know... Like, I'm listening and it's saying the shit, and, like, I should be understanding it a lot better than I am, but I kind of got the gist of, like... Logan made this thing. He went in it with like Crypto King and his manager and like another guy and then one other person. I think it's like 5 people total that had shares in this thing. I think it was like his personal manager, Danny or something. But they started doing fishy shit to each other. Like
in the text thread type thing?
Yeah, I mean, with the shares and shit, like, yo, this is going to go pre-public, so it's like, buy some shit up.
Yeah.
And they did. And then it's like, some shares were unaccounted for and nobody knew who owned it, and it was actually Crypto King. But then it's like, Logan cut Crypto King out of the next share whenever they went public or something like that.
Because it was dropping in sessions or something?
Yeah. And then it's like, so then Crypto King was going to be fucked out of a lot of money, and those all of a sudden weren't even going to mean anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, in these text chains I'm seeing is like, Logan's like, oh, we need to be able to buy it up now so it's more later. So he's like a pump and dump thing. Where it's like, we're going to pump it up and like, yo, we have a lot of shares, and then we're going to sell all those shares when the thing's super valuable. Yeah. So it's like... Hey,
No,
man, just don't even fuck with NFTs, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, if anybody's ever talking to you about us doing NFTs, the answer is nah.
Yeah. I think there is I mean, I don't know. I think there is a lane for them, and there could be a cool future with them and a part of them. But I think there's so many people that are trying to do shady shit like that you can't make it happen with all that happening.
Yeah.
You know? There's got to be a better way to protect it and be,
I don't know what the future is with like NFTs and fucking
meta
and all that shit.
But here's my thing. Let's think about this on a larger scale, right? In the stock market now, there are shareholders of multi-billion-dollar companies that move product around, that move shares around without us knowing, influencing the market so they make money off of it.
Oh, dude, Nancy Pelosi.
Exactly. I mean, that's like one of the big ones, right?
Yeah.
But that happens from what I think most of millionaires and billionaires, right? So that's happening already right now in front of our faces, but we don't know about it. The fact that we know about this, though, is the reason why it's not working. You see what I'm saying?
I understand.
So it's like, because it's a what is it called? A consumer's market instead of done by big business or whatever. That's the reason why we're seeing all this shit and why it's not going to work.
Well, you're also, like, I think you're kind of on the same thread, but, like, the big business people that are doing this are not on a social media magnifying glass.
Right.
Logan is. So people are looking through his shit like, what can I get into? And also people involved with his shit are probably like, what information can I sell to fuck this dude over?
Well, I think that a lot of those people are. I think a lot of those big people are under magnifying glasses.
It's a different one. It's the FBI and like fucking...
It's a different magnifying glass, but there's a lot of money
SEC
involved.
And shit, yeah.
There's a lot of money involved.
But it's like, we don't know. We're not privy to that information because we're not on that side of that building or whatever, you know? Like, we're on the social media side. Like, we're kids.
Yeah.
They're fucking adults smoking cigarettes and fucking, yo, let's get to the bottom of this case.
Yeah, well.
You know what I'm saying? We're over here, like, watching YouTube, CoffeeZilla break down some shit that we don't even understand.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, it's weird, man. It's weird. But NFTs are cool.
Yeah. I don't even understand the concept, but it's a fucking thing we gotta live and deal with now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna become a thing where it's like, I have credit, and I didn't know what credit was before. I think it's gonna be like, yo, you have credit and credit cards and shit, and you gotta have that to have anything.
Yeah.
You also have to have some sort of NFT now. Mm. It's gonna be like, yo, do you have the Wells Fargo NFT or do you got the Bank of America NFT? You have to have it to have a home.
Yeah.
Sick, because I don't have one.
Yeah. How much is it? $200,000? Great.
Yeah. It's like Wells Fargo Bitcoin. I don't even know. Shit, dude. Okay, moving forward with the fucking New Year's. Obviously, we've been some depressy boys.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any? Do you even believe in New Year's resolutions?
Huh.
This is my thing. Is like there shouldn't be like we should be better because it's 2023. You should just fucking be better, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you go through slumps, and sometimes you come up that hill. Mm. Like people just use the 23 as like that's the excuse. Dude, use whatever excuse you need. And if it has to be like a New Year's resolution,
you shouldn't need a New Year's to do something different.
Yeah,
but
New Year, new me. No, bitch, it's Tuesday and you're still fucking grimy.
Whatever.
You know?
Whatever. It's fine.
But with that being said, what is your fucking...
Well, we talked about this with Simi a little bit, but mine really is communication.
Yeah.
It's just working on communication. And, being better. Like you just... like.
Yeah.
But I think that's pretty...
Dude, and we're recording this before we go to class tonight.
Yes.
Like, fucking lead by example. You know?
Yeah, I went to the gym yesterday and saw Dalton. What's up, dog?
Yeah, what's up?
So that
the
was
little YouTube's
cool.
Popping. He's getting there, bro.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Did you see the video he posted yesterday?
No.
On the squat rack? That was right after I saw him.
I saw a thing on Instagram.
Yeah.
Of him, like, when you're embarrassed or, like, this embarrassing thing happens.
He was like, first squat of the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you? You got anything that you're specifically doing?
Just really hold myself accountable and, like, dude, let's fucking hope we can get this diet dialed in this year.
Yeah.
fucking. This is my thing. Is like, dude, you be like going hard as fuck on a diet, and you're like, yo, I'm starting to see results, and then you start to get in that mind frame where it's like a slippery slope of like, yo, I deserve this. That is dangerous. That's as dangerous as any drug. I deserve this. That can fuck up a lot of things. I deserve a better job.
Yeah.
And you do.
Yeah.
But you'll fuck up maybe an okay situation or a situation that's like tailored to your time frame or your money or anything. Be like, yo, I deserve better than this. And then you fuck that bag up.
Yeah.
You need to do the same thing with a diet. You're like, yo, I've been on my fucking grind with this diet. I did a fucking long ass session today. Open mat was fucking 2.5 hours. I'm going to get a pizza.
Yeah.
That pizza turns into burgers the next night and ice cream, pastries,
You're like,
donuts,
and then you're just off
cookies,
the fucking road again.
Fucking, and then you're like, yo, then you think you deserve it for a different reason. You're like, I'm a shitbag. I deserve this shitbag body.
I'm a shitbag.
Dude. Yeah, it's a problem, bro.
Yeah. No, we're going to get it dialed in. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. That's the main thing. Like, I'm going to use 23 as an excuse to say, like, what I need to get done. Dialing it in.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Dial that motherfucker in now.
Yeah.
Herb.
What does it even come from? Dial it in. What is it? What are you dialing? Dial it in?
When I think of dial it in, I think of scoping a rifle. Because there's a dial on the top and you move it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I've never fucked with guns.
Yeah. That's what I think of.
Or,
dialing the crosshairs.
A way more like on cue thing for you. Let's reel it in.
There it is.
There we go.
Well, I think that's different, though. Dial it in means, like, put it on. Let's get it on the fucking spot, right?
Yeah, but
reel
hey, I'm trying to relate to you.
Bring it back. Let's fucking.
Well, I mean, I
reel
had
it
a
in.
better body. Better body. Big guy, bad body.
It works the same way, but I respect it.
You got a bad body right now.
Thank you for. Oh yeah, no, 100%.
See, and I'm shaming you, so you know, like, hey, this is where we start from.
Yeah, no, I know. I know this is where. I hope this is where we fucking.
Now tell me I got a bad body.
You got a shit body, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I need to hear that because I'm gonna use that for a few. Every time I'm gonna be like, no, my body's alright. I'm gonna hear you got a shit body, man. I'm gonna make that your ringtone, bro. You
That's
got a
a good
shit
one.
body, man.
That's good.
Yeah.
We should do that for each other. Hold each other accountable.
Yeah, just only insult each other when we see each other in the hallway. Hey, man, you fucking suck. You ugly, dude.
Oh man.
Well, you can't change that. You can't change ugly. You can adjust something. You can reel it in a little bit.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Dude, oh fuck. All right,
Shout
man.
out some of these sweet sponsors, dog.
Dude, how's your tat healing?
Fucking loving it, dog.
It's done, ain't it?
Yeah, that'd be done.
It's all new skin on it and brand new.
Yeah, everything's looking sweet. Thank
And
you.
it looks
Shout
fucking-
out to fucking Chauncey.
It looks great.
Yeah, I love it. It looks awesome. Shout out to Chauncey at Sacred Grounds.
Yeah, the crew
If you're
down
looking
there.
to get fucking yadded up, want some new ink on the skinsies, holler at the boy. His name's at Chauncey on Instagram.
Yeah. You also got Johnny Mumbles there.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fucking great artist.
Yeah, there's a couple fucking bangers.
At
down
Sacred Grounds Tattoos. Dope artist, dope environment. The building's fucking fantastic. Flash covering all of the walls.
there. Yeah, super cool spot.
Yeah.
He also has a podcast.
The Heretic Social Club. Yeah. I think we're going to be having them on soon.
Cool.
Yeah, like as a unit.
Unit.
I mean, look at them. Tell me they're not
Unit.
units. Absolute
unit.
units, dude.
But yeah, so go check him out if you're looking at getting a tattoo or artwork. Yeah, Sacred Grounds.
They're
Chauncey.
unbelievably creative folks. So, like, no matter what you think your idea is, they definitely can, like, hammer that shit out. Dude, Little Guy Jits, I was at class last night, and we're about to go to class again tonight. Dude, they're working on some shit. Like, I don't know what about class last night fucking clicked, but it clicked. We were going over just the basics of, like, heel hooks and straight ankles. Mm-hmm. And, like, straight ankles have never been a problem for me. But, like, obviously heel hooks are new to me. And there was, like, the way that he set up his body and reached back for the hook of the heel. Something about things are in motion now.
Good.
I'm not just sitting still in water and the sharks are coming.
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to boop that shark. Boop.
Boop that snoop.
You ain't getting me no more. I mean, you might get me a lot more.
Yeah.
So maybe what I just said didn't make no sense. But
reel
like,
it in. You know?
I'm going to understand what's going on.
Reel
I'm
it
like,
in.
reel that shit in. But Little Guy Jits, Casey, Overby, Derek Overby. Amazing people. They run their social media page on Instagram, Little Guy Jits, and they go over like technique that works on bigger folks if you are smaller folks.
That's a weird way to put that.
I'm just letting you know. Cool. That's the shits with the Little Guy Jits, you know?
Where do they train at?
Kazushi Club Pensacola. Derek Overby is actually the head coach over there. But he is not the only source of knowledge in the building. You got Ronnie, you got dude, just fucking everybody. Jamie, Logan,
Dustin.
All
them dudes. Everybody's got
ZX, like every fucking body.
Yeah. Room full of killers over there.
Absolutely, dude.
Great people too. The fucking best. They're awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're looking at doing jiu-jitsu in Pensacola, Kazushi Club Pensacola is the spot.
Why am I blanking on old dude that does judo? He teaches the judo class. Why am I blanking on his name? Big fucking guy. The biggest guy.
Oh. What? I know his Instagram handle.
Hey, yeah, no, Cro-Magnon?
Cro-Magnon. What is this? Fuck, dude.
Dude, why aren't we fucking... Yeah, we got to get that. Hold on. I want to shout him out because this is fuck that we just forgot. Dude, a lot of shit going on in the brain today. Dakota, dude.
Oh,
How did I not know that? Because it was so fucking close to my name.
Yeah.
I was just talking about him, too, when we were doing the heel hooks. I was paired up with a new guy. And I was like, yo, how long you been doing jiu-jitsu? We got in a whole little deal there. And I was like, yo, my ankle got popped. Biggest fucking guy in here. We went into the final of like an in-house tournament. And he's like, oh, word, I ain't met him. And I was like, you'll know when you meet him. He's the biggest fucking dude here.
Yeah.
He walks in, like, as I'm saying this. I was like, that's Dakota.
That's the guy.
Yeah, I was like, that's a big fucking guy.
Yeah.
You know? Shout out Dakota. Sorry about
fucking
with your name Dakota. A little bit there. But that's Kazushi Club Pensacola. That's off of Scenic, right next to the Domino's, kind of catty corner to the Apple Market. And Pensacola. Now, if you can't make it to Pensacola, maybe you don't live in town. Maybe you live in Alabama or some shit. Gulf Shores, Foley, Robertsdale, any of that deal. Foley, Alabama, Panacea Martial Arts. They have Rich Shimoleski. And they have Tony Rayborn. That's a black belt out of Tony Rayborn. And Rich is a purple belt. And he teaches the no-gi class on Wednesdays. It is Tony's gym, but any class you go in there is an absolute master class of anything you want to learn. So you can go to him with an idea like, yo, I want to go over to this in class today. He's absolutely going to get you where you want to be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Those dudes
and Rich, awesome. He owns a brand, a lifestyle experiment, also sponsored the podcast. Absolutely high quality stuff. You got no-gi shorts, you got rash guards, you got gis coming out, t-shirts.
All kinds of shit.
Belts. Like, he's working on a lot of shit. If you have any questions with that, you can hit up a lifestyle experiment on Instagram or
alefl.com.
Yeah. Absolutely amazing website. Very navigatable.
Navigationable.
And the man on algorithm.
Made it up. Next up, we got a rustic spoon, baby.
Dude, and I'm fucking starving right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I got a spot for you, dog.
I could hit a real rusty spoon right now.
Rusty Strain, dude. The homie. Yeah, Rustic Spoon at Emerald Public Brewing Company. They're the shit down there, constantly working on new shit. I think they just put out a new menu. Or they were doing a holiday menu for a little bit. I think they're working on something else, putting something else out.
When this comes out, they'll have just opened back up.
Okay.
Because they took off until January 9th, which I think is Monday.
So, yeah, if you haven't been down there yet, we post about them all the time, so check them out. I think they just started a Rustic Spoon FT, which is the food truck page. They have a Rustic Spoon catering and then the food truck page, so go check that out. They post a lot of stuff over there, and just Rusty. Rusty's always posting stuff that he's working on, so yeah, go check them out for sure. They are, again, that's at Emerald Public Brewing Company, downtown Pensacola. So.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And then you got Joshua George, dude. He's selling houses, fucking changing people's lives.
Yeah, man. Joshua George of Realty Connections. Yeah, if you're interested in buying, selling, renting, any of that kind of stuff, commercial or residential, Joshua George is he's a fucking angel of a human being. I love him to death. But, yeah, he's been doing it for 13 years now. So... He's got the knowledge and the know-how to get you in the position that you want to be. So if you're looking at potentially buying your first property, or an investment property, or want to know what that looks like or how to get involved in that kind of stuff, he's got the knowledge to help you get there. So yeah, definitely go check him out. So,
well, dude, I think that's a wrap on this podcast.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. It was a good one.
That was a good little banger there.
Yeah, that was a good banger. We talked a lot of topics. That's for
dude,
sure.
hey.
Hopped all over the place.
And I'm going to need you to text me about that shit.
Yeah. No,
I appreciate you.
I got you. All right, well, we're going to get the fuck up out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We're getting the fuck up out of here. We love you. Yee, 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 yee.